Hey boys and girls, my name is Peter and this is a short introduction to the customer report and to KPIs which can help you to understand your lifetime value, your loyalty and your return customers and revenue a bit better. So yeah, let's jump in where you can find this report inside Conversific. So this is the first part of Conversific. As you can see, there are four main parts to it. This is only the logo. And the first part is the reports part. And currently, this is the fourth report from the top. It's called customers. And then you can just click it, select it. You can take a look at the date range picker and then you're all ready and set and you can analyze all of your delicious data. So in the first main dashboard, we can see the most important KPIs where you can understand a bit more about your customers and their loyalty. So obviously the most important one, the number of customers in the given period. So for example, as you can see, there are 2,877 customers, but actually there has been a drop since or compared to the last same length time period. But actually, if we take a closer look here, you can see that, hey, compared to the previous year, it's actually growing. So there has been a 5% increase, which is okay. So you may not need to worry about this one. This can be natural. Definitely try to check it out, but yeah, sometimes year-over-year comparison tells the whole story. So I wouldn't worry too much about it if this is something which you would see. Actually, if you're interested, then you can click anything in blue, and then Conversific is going to show you all of the concrete customers, so you can see all of them, almost 3,000 of them. Okay, let's move to repeat revenue. So actually, if you leave the cursor and hover over the KPI, you can always get just a general introduction to it. So this is the share revenue, which comes from only return customers compared to all of your revenue, which you've been able to generate. And as you can see, this is 15%, which is low, by the way. It's not too good. So you could increase it and you should increase it, and I'm going to tell you why. But actually, there has been an increase compared to the last time period. So this is partly great because you're growing and it's important to have growth mindset, but and it's really important. So uh, whenever you try to optimize your store, this won't go just from zero to hero in a couple of months or days. So yeah, there's room for improvement, but you're going upwards, which is great. And if we take a look at the year-over-year comparison, we can see that there has been a considerable drop, which may indicate that, hey, there's either problems or there has been decline or a big problem at some point at the customer experience. Because, yeah, if you're not able to generate repeat customers, then that means that they either in the generally most of the case is going to be some problem with the customer experience, and yeah, and that's why they are not loyal and looking for other stores to help them. There can be a couple of exceptions, like if you're selling products which really have a huge lifetime and there's not too many upsells which you can put next to them, something like maybe a very high quality flat screen TV or maybe a GoPro camera, which generally does not really go bad and you don't really need to buy them and again in a short time period, and you can't really offer upsells to them either. It's not really possible. But other than these types of products, most of the time you're able to generate repeat revenue and returning customers, and actually that's where your money is at, and I'm going to show you why. Ordered items, average order value, these are pretty standard, so I won't go into details as of now. And here's the lifetime value. Actually, this won't change in such a short time period. So if I were to go to and I were to change the date range picker and I were to look at a bigger, much wider time frame, then it would change, which is very important. But again, this is more like a marathon. It's not like a sprint. So the goal here is to slowly but steadily increase your repeat revenue, return customers, lifetime value. But this is nice to see where you're at currently. Yeah, so this basically tells that on an average, one single customer is going to leave $177 at your store, period. And this is another interesting KPI. So these two are very closely related. So if basically one of them is changing, then the other one is going to change too, because this represents the number of orders a typical customer is going to make at your store in their lifetime. So what does this tell us? This basically tells us that, hey, almost every single customer which you have worked hard to get, to generate, to introduce your brand to, they are going to, it's like a one night stand, right? They are going to come into contact with you, you're going to build a relationship, they are going to get what they want from you, and you're going to get what you want from them, but that's it. Then bye-bye, and they never ever come back, and they go to somebody else to buy, to get what they want. And this is not that efficient. So basically, you're losing quite a lot of the effort which you've put into this relationship with them. And yeah, it's always easier to get them back because they already know you, they already trust you, or they should trust you. They should know that you're going to ship them the package promptly. The package is going to arrive in a short time period. It won't be broken. Maybe if they have some problem with the product, they can count on you that basically you're going to be able to help them and they can return the order, the item. So yeah, these are the basics. And if you do that, then you're going to see something wonderful. What's that going to be? So let's take a look at the new and returning customers. Here you can see their statistics or the performance side by side. So these would be the new customers and these would be returning customers. Again, when something is in blue, you can click it and Conversific is going to be able to show you the whole picture. So you're going to be able to see all of your new customers and all of your return customers. And what else? Number of customers, average order value, total spend, orders, order products, gross profit, and gross margin. What's great is that you can actually see how your performance changed in the selected group. So unfortunately, we can see that in both groups, the performance decreased. So there are less customers, and actually in the return customers part, the average order value increased. So this means that they tend to spend more compared to new customers. But if we just look So if you just look at the sum, in this case, they spend less, but at least they are increasing and they are decreasing. Their average order value decreases. So this is not how it should be in most of the cases. So when somebody is loyal and they already know you, they trust you better, they trust you more, and they are inclined to spend more at your store, right? This is only logical. And this indicates that either there's something wrong or it's related to the type of products you're selling, so, which is quite rare that this is the case. Total spend, okay, that's obviously how much customers, average order value, that's going to give you the total spend. Orders, order products, gross profit. It may or may not going to be different. So in this case, it's almost the same, and actually you have a bit less profit on the items the original customers are ordering. Yeah, it can vary quite a lot, so it completely depends on the product types which you're selling. But definitely, average order value you need to be on the lookout for, absolutely. And the other thing, which is quite easy to understand if you're using Conversific, is the breakdown between new customers and return customers. So it's sometimes it's not that easy to understand the proportion behind certain numbers, right? So, okay, you can see that this is around 12%, this is around 88%, right? But when you look at it visually, it's like, oh my God, it's almost all of the people are new customers, and it's just a very small fragment who are returning customers. And by the way, generally speaking, a healthy ratio between returning customers and new customers would be return customers at 60% and new customers around, the other way around. So new customers should be 60% and return customers should be 40%. This is like a general rule of thumb, but it can abbreviate to both sides or either sides in your special case, but this should be a rule of thumb. Obviously, this is not a good healthy ratio, so you need to do something about it. Here you can see your champions of the period. These would be a gold medalist, a silver medalist, and a bronze medalist. And if you click here, you can show a Conversific is going to be able to show all of them. But basically, how can you utilize this data? So if you look at them on an individual level, which you're able to do via Conversific, you can understand which type of marketing channels they came to your site through and what type of products they ordered. And you can easily discover patterns. And basically, this is the key to understanding return customers, what they are buying, what's the experience, what's their customer journey. And if you do this, you can probably identify these patterns, and then what you should do is try to recreate these patterns again and again and again and again. So if they tend to come maybe from Facebook for the first order, and then they tend to use maybe Google search to search for a certain product as the second order, then what you need to do is you need to strengthen this type of behavior. So you need to make them easy to visit you via Facebook, and you need to make them easy to find you via Google search and to have a better value proposition for those specific products, and so on and so on. Okay, let's move to the breakdown, and this is something very interesting. So you may not know, but actually Conversific has the ability to show you these pre-created segments. And actually, there's a saying that in the analytics community that segment or die. This actually comes from Avinash Kaushik, who's a great analyst. And these are segments. So these are only part of the whole group, the group of customers. And then you can filter them by shipping country, by shipping state, city, billing, same things. So you can take a look at, okay, how's my repeat revenue in certain countries? How's my repeat revenue in certain states? How's my repeat revenue in certain cities? And actually, you can do more at the top of the report. So you can also filter for active customers, new customers, returning customers, top customers, customers who has a high average order value, or customers who have low average order value, customers who are loyal to you, customers who are promising, and also customers who are basically at risk or they are drifting away from you. Obviously, you need to, try to remarket them and try to strengthen your relationship with them. But now we can look at the customer group segment. What does this mean? This might not so straightforward. So basically, you're able to tag your customers in your store. So you can create your own logic and you can just tag every single customer. So it's like, let's look at what type of tags here there are. So for example, discount customers. So these are the customers who have bought using a coupon code. These are the full price customers. These are the repeat customers. These are the customers who receive updates in Facebook Messenger, and so on and so on. So you can order by Google, Amazon, average order value, these types of things. What we can see, for example, which is very interesting, is that if we look at efficiency, so for example, average order value, this could be something related to efficiency. So yeah, red order, orange order, Amazon, and basic full price customers have a high average order value, especially the red orders, because basically this is basically based on average order value. So they are the people who have ordered an expensive product. Same for orange. Amazon is a bit different, of course, but these are full price customers. So it would be logical to see them in top, right? But if we try to look at another type of efficiency, which will be lifetime value, we can see that in this case, red order customers, who are really not too many of them, they are still the number one, right? But this is only in this case because usually people tend to buy only one order, and that's it. But we can immediately see that repeat customers leave much more money on the table than compared to the full price customers, right? So it's almost double. Obviously, it's not too much in this case, but I hope that now it makes sense for you to increase the number of repeat customers, because this means more people who generate usually double, triple, quadruple, and so on of the money which you get from people who just buy you one single time. So again, this is very important, and as you can see here, the lifetime orders per customers is almost the highest one. There's basically one extreme like anomaly, who is one customer who ordered 14 times through the newsletter, but that's it. That's it. Yeah, so this was really just a general short introduction to understanding your customers better, to understand customer loyalty better, to understand the business side of it, why it matters, and how Conversific can help you to really take a look at your data, create these segments, understand the details, and how you can make a profitable, a high return of investment decision based on your own data. Please go forward and read the whole article, because there's going to be different content and different tips, and the complete picture is if you look at this video and read the article. And still, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask customer support or to start a trial. We are here to help you. Have a nice day. Bye.